The Christmas That Almost Wasn't, a Forgotten American Story. No one talks about it today, but there was a moment in American history when Christmas nearly fell apart. Not because of war or lack of faith, but because of a national debate so intense that it split towns, churches, newspapers, and even families. And the strangest part? The arguments we hear today. Keep Christ in Christmas. Happy Holidays versus Merry Christmas. Too commercial, too secular. They all began over 150 years ago. Let me take you back. The Forgotten Christmas War of 1874. In December of 1874, the streets of Cincinnati looked like two different worlds smashed into one. On one side, shop windows exploding with toys, music boxes, and bright gas lamps spelling Merry Christmas. On the other, angry crowds marching with signs reading, "Stop the commercial Christmas and bring back the Holy Day." Newspapers called it the Christmas War. Why? Because for the first time in American history, Christmas had just become an official national holiday. President Ulysses S. Grant had done that only 2 years earlier in 1870, and suddenly people couldn't agree on what Christmas even was. The churches versus the businesses. Religious leaders feared that America was turning Christmas into a circus of greed. One Boston pastor thundered, "The Nativity is not a marketplace." Meanwhile, American businesses saw Christmas as the nation's next gold mine. Department stores launched the first major holiday sale campaigns. Children's toy ads flooded the newspapers. And for the first time, families began receiving store-bought gifts instead of handmade ones. Many Americans loved it. Others hated it. And this clash exploded in Cincinnati. The school board that lit the fuse. That year, the Cincinnati School Board voted to remove Bible readings from public schools. It had nothing to do with Christmas directly, but it happened right before the holiday season, so religious groups saw it as an attack on Christian culture. Suddenly, ministers began calling for a boycott of secular Christmas celebrations. Shops panicked, holiday markets feared financial ruin, and the press turned it into the biggest national debate of the decade. Some newspapers warned that America was destroying the spirit of Christmas. Others said religion was controlling public life. Sound familiar? The night the town split in two. On Christmas Eve, 1874, Cincinnati held two simultaneous celebrations. One was a massive secular street festival with fireworks, candy stalls, musicians, and one of the earliest American Christmas trees decorated in public. One was a solemn church gathering. No decorations, no music, only readings about the birth of Christ and sermons about moral decline. Both sides claimed their version was the real American Christmas. And yet, that night, something unexpected happened. As the clock struck midnight, the two crowds, one festive, one somber, ended up converging in the city square purely by accident. For a long moment, they stood staring at each other under falling snow, each seeing their own reflection in the other. Eyewitnesses say a strange silence filled the square. And then, without planning, both groups began singing the same hymn, Silent Night. No debate, no politics, just a simple song that belonged to everyone. It lasted only a few minutes, but people later said it felt like a miracle. The aftermath. The Christmas we know today. The Christmas War faded, but the arguments never truly ended. Instead, America slowly combined both sides. The religious meaning, the family traditions, the gifts and lights, the winter spirit, the songs, markets, and celebrations. By the early 1900s, the USA had created something new, a hybrid holiday, part sacred, part cultural, embraced by almost everyone. But the debates kept returning. Too much shopping? Too much Santa, not enough Jesus? Too secular? Too religious? Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas? Americans have been arguing about these things since the 1800s. It isn't new. It's part of the holiday's identity. And that's the most surprising truth. Christmas has always been controversial, and that's exactly how it became the American holiday we know today.